Hey guys, it's Prince Rich with Rich Technology Group, and today's video is called 5 Ways to Protect Your Voice over IP Phone System from Getting Hacked. I know this one sounds interesting, but you are definitely in for an interesting ride. So, I won't sit here and say that this has happened very often, but I have actually had a small handful of customers who somehow, some way or another, their business phone system actually got hacked remotely via the internet by a hacker. This is not a common thing, but it happens. So I'm going to tell you guys about 5 ways that I have found that you can prevent or protect your voice over IP phone system from getting hacked. Now, before we get into this, just to be clear, if you're running some sort of on-premise traditional PBX or a hybrid system, these rules may or may not apply to your system. This is specifically for people that are running on newer technology, which we recommend over all else. A voice over IP phone system, or what we would call a cloud-based phone system for businesses. So let's jump right into this. Actually, I'll give you guys an example just so you understand the horrors of this, and I won't mention the name or the company. I had a company once, this was within the last fiscal year at the time of this video. I had a client that contacted me and said, hey, my phone system got hacked. And I said, how do you know it got hacked? Somebody had actually logged into their phone system, was able to not only route all of the calls and forward their calls to another, number, which I would assume was the hacker's cell phone number or whatever. They were able to change voicemails in people's mailboxes. They were able to change the actual greeting in their virtual receptionist to very obscene and vulgar messages. And this was a legitimate, reputable business that had upwards of almost 20 employees. So you can imagine the horror that this person, the shock and the horror that this person had when this happened. So again, we're going to jump right into the 5 ways that you can prevent something like this from happening. Let's see here. Okay, number 5. This is not the most surefire way, but it's a start, and this would also protect your overall network. I recommend that you have a very robust, secure, and decent router on your network in your office. So, I'm not going to go into what brands are out there, but in short, you should be protecting your network anyways. Because your phone system and everything else that you've got, like your computers and your data or your server or whatever you may have, resides on your network, you're nuts if you don't have a decent router in place or something like that. A few brands that are good that you could get out there are things like that are compatible with your typical voice over IP systems and play nicely with it is, SonicWall, Ubiquiti, Netgear, what else? There's Linksys out there, D-Link. The brands go on and on and on. Cisco, you name it, the list goes on and on and on. But in short, you definitely need a better router than just something that you picked up at Walmart or locally from Best Buy for like $50 or for like $100 or something like that. You need something that's decent or robust for your office. Now, I'm not saying that you couldn't get something that's decently secure for $100 or so, but a lot of that depends on the size of your business. In short, this is a question that's really for your IT guy, like your network administrator or whatever you may have, whether you've got network administrator for hire or you've got IT staff. They would know what will work well with your voice over IP phone system and your existing network that is secure but also meets your budget and whatnot. But that is step number 1 in point number 5. Number 4, always change your phone system password when changing IT persons. Now, for those of you who may or may not know, I'm an old IT guy. I've seen it all. I can't tell you how many times when we used to do serious IT consulting in Virginia, how many times that we were called in, me and my technicians, to handle a scenario where they let go an IT guy who, at the time, he was great. He was the wizard. He was trustworthy in everything until they let him go and he felt like he was double-crossed and he, had a chip on his shoulder or something like that. Always, I recommend change your router password, your phone system password, if it's a cloud-based phone system, which is the point of this video, and many other appliances that you may have. You need to change the username and password on all of that stuff when your IT guy goes. Why? Because he was your IT guy. He knows not only what those logins are, he also knows how to access that network remotely from the comfort of his own home or from the local internet cafe. So change your passwords when you let, one or more IT persons go within your organization. It's just a good practice. Let's see here. Point number 3. This one is going to sound really silly and obvious, but I'm just going to throw it out there, guys. Never, ever, ever give out your username and password to your voice over IP phone system to anybody that is not an authorized member or agent or employee of your business. I know that sounds really silly, but I've heard all kinds of stories, you guys. I'm not going to go into the details of why I think that you shouldn't do this. It should just be obvious, but just keep it to yourself. Keep your username and password specific to persons within your organization that are authorized to know what that is. The less people that have that username and password, the less you have to worry about, being hacked by somebody internally. And while we're on that subject, because this also ties into the point I made before this about changing passwords if you let IT staff go, typically it's almost always somebody on the inside that actually causes the hack. Not always. Sometimes it is some, brainiac hacker that's just out there randomly, looking for people. But from my experience being in the IT field for over 20 years, in IT technology and telecommunications, I've seen hundreds of people that have been hacked and had it laid at my foot for, for me to have to either clean up the mess or get somebody to lock down the network so that it either stops, it doesn't persist, or nobody can come in after the fact. Usually whenever I say, how do you think this happened? The person usually tells me that they think it's somebody that they know. So in short, don't give out your password to anybody who's not authorized to know what that is, or more importantly, isn't technically inclined to be able to even need to know what it is to be able to go in and administer your voice over IP phone system. Point number 2, and this is a big one. And again, I'm not going to give any names or state what company or companies we're talking about, but this one that I'm going to mention is actually how I saw a company get their voice over IP phone system hacked. Always, always, always delete all emails within your organization that contain your username or password for your voice over IP phone system. I actually worked with a company. We actually did the phone system for the company, but they didn't get hacked until almost a year later after we were long gone. I actually witnessed a company or spoke with a company that the way when their IT people backtracked everything and found out how the hacker got in, the way that the hacker gained access to their voice over IP phone system before changing all of their voicemail and auto attendant recordings to complete obscenities that their customers heard for about a week until they were able to get back in. The way that they got in was their email was hacked. Once the hacker had access to their email, the hacker then went in and was able to find basically all of their other emails that they had within their email servers or email accounts that had usernames and passwords for everything. Cell phone accounts, bank accounts. They were able to access their bank accounts, their retirement accounts, their phone system, their other password containers like iPhone password things and stuff like that. If you keep that stuff in your email and your email gets hacked, you've basically just given somebody the keys to the kingdom. So in short, always delete, while we're on this point, usually when you sign up for new voice over IP phone service with the carrier, they usually do a good job at separating it. They will usually send you your username in one email, and then they'll send you your password for your administration portal in a separate email so that it's not in the same email. But if a hacker gets access to your email, he's got both emails. He's got those emails and everything else that you've been doing and are planning for the last week or so. So always, always, always delete any and all emails within your inbox or within your entire organization that have any and everything to do with the username and password to your voice over IP phone system. Point number 1, before we wrap this video up. Use a strong password. I'm talking something that has numbers, letters, is case sensitive, meaning it's got uppercase and lowercase letters, and has special characters like ampersand, asterisk, pound sign, things like that. The list goes on and on and on. I would try to make the thing anywhere from maybe 12 to 20 characters if possible, with a mixture of uppercase letters, lowercase letters, asterisk, pound sign, whatever. You guys would be surprised how many people I come across that use for their username and their password their mother's maiden name, the first city that they were born in or whatever, their dog's name, their first child's name. Don't do that. Get creative, because a good hacker will have an algorithmic software that will break that basic kindergarten first grade password in a heartbeat. So anyways, that concludes the top 5 ways that you can protect your voice over IP phone system from getting hacked. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you are watching this and you don't already have a voice over IP phone system, you guys know what I do. I represent all voice over IP phone system carriers in the United States. You can call me and I will shop for the best carrier for you, the best pricing, and the carrier that has the best features and function for your business. My service is free. I don't charge anything because I'm paid by the carriers. So hit me up, give me a call, or drop me a message through our website. If you're watching this and you've already been hacked, I can't help you because I'm not a security specialist. I definitely recommend that you contact your VoIP phone system provider immediately. Let them know you've been hacked, because they will have measures already in place to be able to get your system locked down so that you can, with their help, together fix the damage that's been done. If you need like a security specialist to lock down your home office or your business, I don't do that, but you're more than welcome to drop me a message, because I know lots of people in the industry across the United States that I can refer to you that are certified specialists that do that are IT professionals that specialize in cybersecurity and cyber attack prevention and things like that. So again, if you found this video helpful, please like this video and hit that notification bell. Subscribe to our channel. We upload new videos every week, 3 videos a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Prince Rich, your go-to guy for the best deals on business, phone, and internet service in the United States. I'll catch you guys again in the next video.